Welcome back, troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. It's been a while since we've done some proper guitar hunting. Let's see what eBay is recommending for me to check out today. Honestly, I don't think I've seen this before. I guess they can suggest to you things by brand. Looks like they can suggest it by store. It seems like they're really trying to step up their game here. I think that comes down to because Reverb just recently raised their selling fee to 5%, up from 3.5%. However, I was surprised to see that eBay has actually stood still with their 3.5%. And also keep in mind that Reverb will charge you a max of $500, whereas eBay's still at $350. So why is anybody selling on Reverb right now if it's technically cheaper on eBay? Quite honestly, it's just because Reverb is a better site for buying and selling guitars. I like the layout of this place a lot better. It feels a little bit more natural and inviting, whereas eBay still feels like a big company. I mean, Reverb's part of a huge company now, but that's just some food for thought for you guys. As you choose which platform best suits you to sell your guitars, I think Reverb has a better payment processing system. But hey, it looks like eBay's trying to step up their game anyways. So let's see what they're suggesting to me. Some Epiphones, I'm not interested in looking at that today. It's quite clear that they don't know me too well, but I don't do a bunch of searching on eBay anymore anyways. So let's see what they'll suggest to me under the Gibson category. Okay, so now they're actually advertising it. 3.5% is here to stay. eBay has officially declared war against Reverb with a title like that. I really thought eBay was going to jump that up to 5%, but no, it appears that they're going to keep that. I'm surprised they're not trying to buy off like big users of Reverb to start listing on eBay again, or develop something that makes it easy to cross-list it between the two sites. But it appears this page just takes you to the same search that I've always been doing, Gibson. So what do we got ending today? A 2011 Junior Satin. That's probably about where it should be. That looks pretty nice. That's about where it should be as well. A lot of stuff ending quite soon. Those Jimmy Wallace guitars are kind of a part of history. Way too much for a midnight special. Way too much for an L6S. Oh man, those Japanese brokers sure do know how to make people think their guitars are worth a lot of money. Now that is interesting. I've never seen that color before. It's almost like a purple sparkle. It might be a blue. What do they call it? Futura Brunswick. That's based off of the bowling ball, so I'm guessing it's blue. Like a blue sparklish purple. But these Futuras, I just don't like them. I understand their historical significance, and I'm sure I'll review one day. But if I'm going to do it, I want one that has like a fancy finish like this. I've seen some really freaky ones. But this one, it's got that split head stock style, the Kluson tuners. Maybe if it was about $2,000 cheaper, I'd consider picking it up for a review and demo. I'm guessing if you find it in Japan, it's probably only about $4,000. Oh man, this is interesting, Les Paul. That's the reason why I hate blocking out the Japanese listings, because sometimes you miss really cool stuff. Because if you fall in love with it, again, you can just find it in Japan and buy it that way if you're comfortable importing guitars by yourself. But this is a Carina top, but the rest is mahogany? That's kind of boring. If you're going to go Carina, you might as well just go Carina. But certainly something different from the regular gold top that you see. That's not the worst price I've ever seen for the first edition robots. I remember when these things were brand new. That was like when I was first starting guitar. One of my dad's friends was really excited he was going to get one of these things. I'm not sure if he ever actually ended up getting it or not. I hope not, because these were terrible investments. It looks like it's in Canada. $1,000. These normally sell anywhere between like $800 to about $14 to $15. So I could see somebody maybe paying that much if they really want one. But I personally have no interest in those robot type guitars. And the main thing is if one thing's not working, the whole system ends up not working, and you don't know if there's actually something wrong with the guitar or if you're doing something wrong to it. I mean, those Firebird X guitars, once you knew what you were doing, they were actually kind of fun. But I definitely understand that they won't appeal to everyone. Oh, what is this? This guitar was actually auctioned off once before. I'm not sure if this is the same guy relisting it, but it was on Reverb, and it sold for peanuts, and I was so upset with myself for missing this auction. I believe this one might be the St. Louis sauce version. It's like a 2011, 2013? Yeah, 2011. I think it ended up selling for like $700. I mean, the top value for these is like around $1,200, so that's actually a really good deal. But the thing that stopped me from getting it is it had no case. So this might be that same one. He might just be auctioning it off with the case now. Nice, he's got a blue one too. Okay, that might be a completely different person. I've wanted the blue Blues Hawk. But I'll let you guys in on a secret. I finally decided to cave. I got a different Blues Hawk. At least I think I did. We'll have to find out on Trade Tuesday. Which may or may not be this week because it's coming in tomorrow, so I don't think I'll have enough time to do it for this particular week. Let's go ahead and check out the newest listings here, though. The Paul 40th anniversary. I did review one of those. I think they were like 1,400 new. I've seen some people listing them as much as $2,000. It's like, they're interesting guitars, but they're not that interesting. Maybe when they're like 20, 30 some years old. If you truly love the originals, it's kind of worth checking one of the modern day ones out just out of curiosity, but I ended up preferring the older ones. But the new ones had slightly hotter pickups. This one could potentially sell for that price. Can't really just scroll past that. Coheed and Cambria, signed guitar. Oh my goodness, what have they done? Well, I kind of like the art style now that I've looked at it. You've got like a forest going on. The octopus guy's tentacles becomes the forest, but yet the octopus is also the tree because it's got roots coming out of it. Okay. Interesting, I guess. But why? Why did they do that to the headstock? That looks awful. Should have left the Gibson logo alone. But where's this signature that they're talking about? Alright, so it's right there. What's our story? So it doesn't look like they personally did the artwork, but they did sign it. Okay. It almost seems like this might have been auctioned off at one point in time. But if I were asked to appraise this guitar, I mean, it's a very basic Les Paul Jr. apparently. Looks more like one of those low-end specials that's probably worth like $600 to $700 at best. Painting and doing artwork on your guitars and signatures generally do not influence the value much. So I think they would really be lucky to get $1,000 if you find the right fan that just happens to love all that. Ooh, what's going on here? 2018 Mojave Burst. Looks like it's a bidding situation. I just don't have the patience for auctions anymore. You can get some really cool guitars and really nice deals if you just live on eBay, you set your alarms and stuff like that. Whenever I'm desperate for buying guitars, that's what I'll do. But right now I need to get focusing on getting some reviews and demos done. I used to be able to crank, up to 3 of those out in a day, and now it takes about 3 days just to make one review and demos. So I'm seriously considering hiring somebody to do my video edits again. But the problem is I don't want just, any video editor. They have to know guitars a little bit in order to help create these visions that I have in my head as well. So doing that hunt has proved to be quite difficult. Oh, sweet! I haven't seen one of these in a while. The Modern Flying V. There's still a soft spot in my heart for these guitars. They're so doofy. Pretty much a rip-off of the Roswell Rhodes, but I seriously see these things becoming highly collectible one day because, they're just goofy. They're not the best guitars in the world. I would change a whole bunch of things about them. But man, even though I've had one of these before and I was disappointed by it multiple times, the only one I haven't had yet is the silver. I want this so bad. It encapsulates everything that I love about strange Gibson guitars. I gotta find this one in Japan. Because if it's only around $3,000, I'm buying this thing. Well, it's not here. Ooh, is it here? Is this the same photos? I believe so. Nice, it says free shipping, 29,970 yen, tax included, so that's a little under $3,000. Heck yes, we're buying this thing. Oh, sweet. It's at Ishibashi. I work with those guys. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this thing back home because I love them. They're so stupid, but I love them. Is there something wrong with it? Sometimes it's hard to understand these listings. Like 70% remaining, somebody had to have played it quite a bit. And they're ranking it as a B+. I don't know, maybe it's not quite as in good of condition as it's showing, but I mean, $3,000, that's a steal. I really think these things can still fetch $4,250. Now to find it on their website. Ooh, that's interesting. Zeus Custom. It's like a Telecaster mixed with that. That's pretty. Oh. Somebody mixed a gem with a Flying V. Okay. Navigate. What is that? Blast Cult Hollow V? Swamp Ash Body. That's funny looking. Uh-oh. Did somebody else buy it already? Come on. You couldn't have gotten my hopes up here. Nice. I did find it on their website. I'll have to keep you guys posted on that one. But seeing as it's 7:45 on Sunday, that means it's almost Monday in their time, so I should hear from them in about 4 hours. That just goes to show you how much you can save. A whole $1,000 if you just find it in the actual location it's supposed to be in. And I think that's just about gonna sum up our hunting segment for today, but I do want to briefly mention something. I've had 100 million people send me a link to this video. Okay, I've seen it. So what ended up happening here is a different YouTuber was the guy who actually purchased this guitar. And it kind of goes to show you, just as I was saying in here, the value in this guitar, paying the premium for it, is in the story. And yep, there he is. He's using that story to get a lot of views. So good on him. I'm really excited to see what actually sleeps under that pickguard, because there's no way that there's not some hidden horror under that big thing. But I say good luck to him. I just really hope that he doesn't do any crazy modifications to it. So you can follow that on his channel if you're interested in seeing more about that. Because now that it has a bunch of YouTube fame behind it, if his intentions are to flip it, I think he'll be able to get out of it. So thank you, Troglodytes, for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed hunting. I'm really hoping I can get that modern Flying V. I know I've already reviewed a couple of them. I just want to see one again. Alright, thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.